Let's go ahead and do a problem where we are graphing an absolute value function. It's going to look like a v in the end since it's absolute value. Notice we do have an x distortion. That just means there's something inside the absolute values that we are multiplying by. So we're multiplying by this 3. Now, anytime you have two terms inside the parentheses or absolute value symbols, you do need to first factor that out. So I'm going to keep the absolute value there. I'm going to factor out the 3, so it's x minus 3. That's just because it's going to affect what our horizontal shift will be. The horizontal shift is the 0 of this expression, this binomial. It's easier to see it when we factor out the x minus 3. So first things first, I'm going to worry about shifts. Shifts always occur when you're adding or subtracting numbers. Anytime you're adding or subtracting something inside either parentheses or absolute values, that tells you that you're going to either go left or right. You always go the opposite direction. So in this case, I'm going to be going to the right 3. Then I'm going to go ahead and go over here. There's some more subtraction. This one's on the outside. Outside tells you how far up and down it's affecting your y values. Outside always affects the y's, inside always affects the x. So this tells me I'm going down 1. You don't change the sign like you do inside. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just make a mark to the right 3, down 1 right here. And then last but not least, we need to worry about what this 3 in front does. Okay? Now that, because it's inside, affects your x's. Inside always affects the x's, you recall. And then outside always affects the y's. Now we're multiplying by 3. So anytime you're inside, though, you always do opposite, just like right here. We went right 3, even though it was a negative. So I'm going to do the opposite. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my key points of my original parent function. So my original parent function of absolute value, if I take the absolute value of -1, it would be positive 1. Take the absolute value of 0, you get 0. Take the absolute value of 1, I get 1. So these are what I call my key points. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take just the x values, and I'm going to divide each x value by 3. I'm going to rewrite those down here. So you get -1/3 1, 0, 0 still, and 1/3 1. Now remember, we need to shift every single one of these points right 3, down 1. So I could go to -1/3, positive 1, that's right here, but I need to move over right 3, down 1. So an easy way I do that, so that I don't have to plot this point first and then move it over, is I go to wherever I made that little mark. -1/3 1 would tell me go to the left a third, up 1. 0, 0 just tells me go right where that mark is. And then 1/3 1 would tell me go right a third, up 1. From there, you just draw your lines for the absolute value to make it look like a V, and you'll be done.